Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's layout, we are doing a 12 by 12 scrapbooking layout using my design team kit from Colorrush Studios. You saw me do an unboxing recently for both kits that I was sent. I did a layout using the Old Soul collection, and now I'm using this one that I think it's called Bright and Bolds. So the paper collection is a combination of having mixed media, like backgrounds already done for you. And then on the back side are all of these bold black and white prints. And I love all of them. And I only got one sheet of each, so it's so hard to narrow it down. So I'm deciding on, because I like these as the subtleness for the background paper. So I really love that. I really love that for the background. So one of these background papers will be used. Then I've narrowed down to cut into, yes, I said it, these, because I want to make like sort of a banner flat up, 2 rows of banners. So arch them. And so I'm using these two so far. So the bold checker and a good stripe to back up the photos. And I have this one on the chopping block as well to have some nice blue banners too, because I can get, a good solid one, because all the other ones don't have a real solid color to add color to this layout besides the background page. So I'm willing to cut into these 3 to make my banners. And the photos and the stories we're telling are just playtime. What she's into, what we do, and they will be all of the photos in all of the banners. So I have a vision. Let's see if I can execute it. And then for all the embellishments, I have a little pile pulled on the side, but you remember that they had these what do they call it? Like these bendy plastic dimensional rainbows. We have these shaker hearts that I had, dimensional acrylic pieces. We have these like leathery hearts, these florals. And then there's a big plastic heart, like a terry cloth heart too. I gathered everything up. I put it on the side of my desk, and I'm trying to look for the dish that they're all, because I was already like thinking about this layout and formulating it. So let's get started. I will find all the embellishments soon, but we are making, like I said, some banners, telling a story of playtime, and let's get started. Okay, let's get started making this layout. So when I was doing this layout, I had already printed 2 3x4 photos on a 4x6, so I did a collage, and then I went back into my phone and looked for other playtime photos and made like smaller photos, so I put 4 on a 4x6 in a collage. I use the app Moldiv. Most of the time, I will leave it linked down below. I like it the best because the free version doesn't have a watermark like PicFrame does and some other ones. So just keep that in mind. That's why I use Moldiv. So then I had a variety of photos to use for my banners, and at least they were going to be different sizes. And you'll see me start here soon. Some of those when you do 4 on a 4x6, they are 2x3. And so for 2 of them, there was enough negative space where I could make them into squares, and it worked out perfectly. So then there's like 2 squares, then 2 2x3s, and then these 2 3x4s, and that gave me enough variety. So I first started off by getting the 3x4s mounted on the checkered black and white pattern paper from the collection, and made them into bunting banners, bunted banners. I think that's what they're called. And then I went ahead with the other pattern papers and did the same technique. So I just gave it a slight border all the way around, maybe like a 1/4 inch, and then did the bunting at the bottom as well. You could do the bunting, which I'm calling bunting like the V inside of it. But you can also do it reversed, with actual, so this is an inverted V. I don't know my banner terminology, but they can face the other way where it's just a point at the bottom as well. So feel free to have some creativity when you are trying to recreate this. So I wanted to include some twine. Now the collection did come with ribbon, but when I had done it off to the side, like auditioning it, it was just too thick of a ribbon. So I just used twine to kind of indicate the strings that the banners are on. And I have 2 rows of it, and you'll see me in a moment or so kind of do the little bows at the beginning and at the end. So I wanted to use the more black and white paper, but remember I wanted to cut into this blue one as well because I wanted something that would tie into the background paper, which I did end up selecting the purpley blue like watercolor wash across the page. So pretty, so sometimes hard to achieve, especially where they blend. So I can truly appreciate this paper collection for doing the mixed media for me. So I always recommend that too. So in case you love the look of mixed media but are afraid to do said mixed media, paper collections like this completely change the game when it comes to that, because you know you're able to do the blue, the purple, and the pink, but it's that middle blending that makes it so, I don't even know how to describe it, like so pretty. And that is where the skill comes in, because it always might have a harsh demarcation between the colors. So this is great paper. So all the products will be linked down below. So here I am using those blue ones, the blue pattern paper as well. And then as I had them right here, you see, I was like, you know what, I don't want any of the gaps on the side. That's too much white space. You know, I can't leave no white space. So here I was using some scraps, and I was like, okay, we're going to make some black and white little banners. And then I take out some scrapbook paper too. And we go with like a hot pink one that I start to use initially, I think, for a slight matte on the 3x4 pages, because they kind of get lost because the white from the paper is behind it. So here I am kind of auditioning. There I go. And it's hot pink, and then I do also take out just like a classic cardstock purple, maybe a Michael's pack, and then I also use this major hot pink glitter paper just for a few mattes on the photos, because I just wanted the added color to the layout. So doing a thin matte around photos is an easy way to add said color. And so because I also knew when I was looking through the embellishments that they too are very colorful. So when in Rome, you know, add more color. So the purple works out good, and then the hot pink one as well. And so just have nice texture, more pops of color throughout the page, and that worked out beautifully for this. So like I said, it was just all playtime photos. So her playing with her like Build-A-Bear. She's into Build-A-Bears because they come with clothes. And then she's also into, there's a picture of me and her. She has the Our Generation dolls, which are bigger than Barbie. And they come with a lot of clothes. She has the thing of just about changing clothes, and she needs the proper clothes for the proper, you know, imaginary play. So like if they're going to bed, they need pajamas, and if they are playing, you know, something, they just need like, you know, an outfit for lunch. And if they yeah, that's how she plays. So we definitely have a collection of Build-A-Bear clothes and the Our Generation dolls. And then I'm just showing also like she plays with Play-Doh, and then she's in one of those silhouette photos, she's putting on my shoes, which are huge on her, and all my heels and stuff, so she loves doing that. And then there was a Snapchat filter as well, which was funny, with the little matching bandanas and glasses. That was Snapchat. So here I am doing that knot at the beginning and the end of the twine. And I just have this baker's twine, like, you know, with these kind of supplies, you buy once and you have it forever. I have, you know, black and white, I have the red and white one, and I have gold and white and a few other colors in my arsenal. So I forgot where I bought these. Maybe Joann's, and it came with all of the spools. Joann's is a good place for stuff like this too. Or Hobby Lobby. So I'm liking the way it is, and I'm also kind of delineating the ones that are just the black and white with no photo on it, where my embellishments shall sit. And you can see them right above my photo right there, my layout. The little like puffy rainbow, the dimensional heart, the dimensional flower, and then those little shaker pillows with glitter inside that are shaped like hearts. Oh, so cute. And they add so much more texture and just interest across the little banner swing, which is definitely just precious, right? And so once I had everything like in my head mapped out where it goes, now it's just time to glue everything down. So I am taking liquid glue to put down and anchor down the twine, even though a majority of it will be covered up. I still wanted it there for the effect, because I was like, oh, should I have it on top or should I punch holes? And I just put it on top, but you will see the bows at either end. So I hope you get the illusion that there is string holding the banners together. Sometimes these details are just for me, you know what I mean? Because no one probably would even notice that the string is blocked or that it was even there. I could have just done two bows in the corner and called it a day, but I go the extra mile. So once again, just using liquid glue for the twine, and then just getting them oh so white, and then trying to, oh, so that's what I did too. You can see I added a few more banners from the scrapbook paper, like the pink and the purple, to add just more layers, more interest. That's all I think, have learned to do well right now, is that layering ability, because don't get me wrong, it didn't need it. It would look fine without it. But when you have this theme of banners going on, the more the merrier, you know? So I tried to add that patch that was too big, but all the other little embellishments I had mentioned that were sitting on top of my layout earlier worked out perfectly. And so that is what gets adhered to this fantastic, fun layout. Okay, that will wrap up this layout. Very cute how it turned out. Super dimensional. This will definitely be going on my display wall. But at least I'm able to showcase all of the amazing items that are in the Colorrush Studio shop. These shaker elements are just precious, like to die for. And like, granted, I just put 3 on this layout, but whatevs. And the mixed media in the back. So for anyone that always loves the look of mixed media but is ever afraid of doing it, get this paper pad. Hands down, amazing, because it's already done for you, and then you have that look without creating it on your own. And so I just went with those colors of purples and blues and pinks to accent everything else. So fun. I will leave this the website linked down below, as long to the shop. That way you can view all of these good elements. And thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and give this video a thumbs up. I always appreciate it. It helps my channel. Thank you so much. Till